Hey everybody, welcome back to Building Up. My name is Tyler, and today we're going to be looking at the third round of 2023 LEGO ideas that are moving into the review stage. So, let's just get right into it. Alright guys, here we are on the LEGO ideas page. Looks like we had 42 product ideas qualify. Kind of a smaller number than in previous rounds, but still pretty decent turnout. Just at first glance, not a whole lot standing out to me. Maybe Phineas and Ferb made it through a couple Coraline houses, the Twin Towers, so that'll be interesting. We'll talk about that. Anyways, but let's go ahead and get into it. So first up is the Modular Heritage Museum by Anon22. Pretty cool build. I really like these bricks kind of interlinking here. I just don't think this has a great chance, just because LEGO Ideas famously not super supportive of modulars. Just they try to reserve those for their LEGO Creator theme. But I do like the build. Probably wouldn't pick it up if they do end up making that one. But pretty cool. Second, we've got the Great Temple of Abu Simbel. Abu Simbel? I don't know. The With Secret Treasure by Ilpas. Pretty cool. Again, not one I would pick up personally. I'm just not huge into Egypt, but we don't have a whole lot like this. Kind of boring just with the one color scheme. I'm sure they'd add some dark tan in there as well if LEGO ends up making this one. I do like the build though, pretty cool architecture. Maybe could get some cool figures out of that too. I'm obviously a big figure guy, so that could be cool. Number 3, we've got Rolls-Royce Phantom 1, Phantom of Love by Dime X Art. Really cool. I like the silver in there. And I think LEGO Ideas has maybe done some similar cars in the past, but they also do a lot of these with their creator line. I'm really not sure. I think this has a fair chance. I personally wouldn't pick it up, just not crazy car guy, but really cool design. Good work by Dime X Art. And then number 4, we've got the Moon Palace by Lego Truman. I don't know if this is based on any IP or what, not that I'm aware of. And it is a cool build. I do like the aesthetic of it. So unless this is based on some property that I just don't know about, I think people might be confused by it. I mean, it is a cool display piece. But it does look like the piece count would be pretty big, so it'd probably cost quite a bit. I'm not sure if LEGO would go for that one. So we've got some doubt there. But number 5, we've got NASA's SLS Block 1 and 1B rockets Artemis missions by What's Up Today and Matthew Nolan. Pretty cool. I don't think we've had a lot of LEGO ideas get into this review phase, but not a whole lot that LEGO's produced recently from kind of the space theme. And I know those always do well when LEGO does them. And I do like the design here. I'm not huge into LEGO space like a lot of you might be, but I can see them doing this. It has been a while since we've gotten something like this from them. So moving on to LEGO Anatomy by Lego Truman as well. Well, that's cool. We got 2 of them in one phase. So this one's interesting. I guess it could be educational. I'm really not sure if they would go ahead and do this. I do like the little figures down here. Really kind of cool building techniques here as well. I like the little corner pieces there, making the intestines pretty grotesque, but I mean, like I said, educational, I guess. I don't love this area because that means minifigures have sharpened teeth, which is kind of terrifying. Yeah, I don't know. The exposed brain and stuff, might be a little too far out there for LEGO to do, but it is a cool design. Again, could be kind of educational, kind of funny. So I can kind of see them going for that. Up next, we've got number 7, Coraline the Pink Palace by The Big Chicken. I never watched Coraline as a kid. I've seen clips from it just in passing, friends' houses or whatever. Just not really, I don't know, doesn't seem like it's my kind of vibe. Just a little weirded out by it, honestly. Kind of a, I don't know, interesting build, kind of muted colors. You do have the pink in there, but a lot of just white and gray. Some kind of cool building techniques. I do like these little kind of swirling arch pieces coming up here on the roof. Kind of cool architecture. But I don't know. I think Coraline does have a following. Definitely a fan base there. So I can maybe see LEGO doing this. Moving on to the WTC Twin Towers and Vista International Hotel, 1979, by Daniel ASC. This is interesting. I really don't know what LEGO would do with this. It's kind of reminiscent of the architecture line that they do already. I know they're, kind of steer clear of stuff like that in a similar vein of what they're already producing. And it doesn't help that there's, a lot of trauma around these buildings, but they are, just from an architectural standpoint, really iconic, and obviously with the tragedy that, they have a place in everyone's memory. And, it is based in 1979, but maybe LEGO could do it as kind of a tribute to everyone we lost in those attacks. I don't know, maybe I can kind of see them doing it if they do, a certain percentage of every sale will go to first responders or families affected by those attacks. That's the only way I can see them doing this, though, is if they did contribute some of the profits to a charity. But really, really interesting. I kind of doubt they'd go for it, but again, there's always a chance. Moving down, we've got Good Ogle's Garden. Again, I don't know if that's an IP I'm not aware of. That is Lego backwards, Ogle, apparently. Maybe that's just what that is, but we've got some flowers. I do like the pot designs here. Really cool. Builds on all of these. But, of course, Lego already has a whole lot of flowers. That's kind of been their bread and butter as of late, so I don't think they'd go for these. They've just got too many similar products. I'm sure they're still working on, and they're already out for sale. So I don't think that has a great chance, but pretty cool design, and that was by Bricky Brick. And then moving on, we've got number 10, Happier Than Ever. I believe this is a Billie Eilish song. I'm not huge onto Billie Eilish. I don't hate her music, but just don't listen to it a ton personally. I do love her James Bond theme a couple years back, and then of course she just won the Emmy for her song in the Barbie movie. And this is by Friedrich 3, and it's a really cool design. I do like kind of the old-timey television set with the tuners, of course, and then that little kind of dining room, living room inside. I don't know, I don't see them doing this. If they didn't do the Taylor Swift, from last review round, I don't see them doing this. Obviously, Taylor Swift has a crazy amount of fans, and Billie Eilish does as well, but not quite to that level. So I don't know. We'll have to see on that one. Don't have great hopes for it. And then City Burger by Bricky Brick, another one by Bricky Brick. Again, with the whole modular thing, I just don't think it has a great chance of getting made, but I do like it. Yeah, pretty cool. I do like the little train tunnel in there, subway tunnel. Yeah, I don't know. I like the multi-levels, the kind of diner up there. I wouldn't pick this one up personally, but I think, I don't know, not a great chance again, just because of the modular aspect. And then number 12, we've got Desktop Rock and Roll by Adwind. Pretty cool. You got a couple of iconic rockers there with the piano on fire. That was pretty intense, but it's like this old-timey jukebox. Really cool. Yeah, I wonder, I'm going to open this one up actually. I wonder if it has any functions. Does it load for a second? Yes, it does. That is really, really cool actually. I do like, I wonder how they made that work. That is really interesting. Go through here, so you've got, of course, those records up there, someone kind of listening to them. That's cool. Yeah, I don't know, I really like the aesthetic of this. I wouldn't pick it up personally because I just think it would be pretty pricey, and I'm pretty choosy with what I spend my money on. but I am a fan of classic rock, a lot of these artists, so I would think about this one, and I think there's a decent chance Lego would do it, especially with that function. That is really, really cool. But we'll go ahead and move on to the next one. So 13, we've got Phineas and Ferb by Grego. Really, really cool. I kind of missed the whole Phineas and Ferb train growing up. I had cousins that would watch it here and there, and I'd watch episodes with them when they would. But then my brother got into it when he was a kid, and I was kind of aged out of it by that point. But I would watch it with him quite a bit, and I kind of got hooked on the show as well. So I've seen, I think, all of it at this point. Really funny writing, really smart stuff. And I think they're actually coming back with this show, kind of a revival on Disney Plus coming up. So I can maybe see them doing something like this with, if they do time it with that show, kind of coming back out. Obviously, you've got the Phineas and Ferb brick-built heads there because they can't submit ideas with custom molds, but Lego would obviously do some custom molds for their heads and not leave them creepy like that. Then you've got Balloony down here, which that alone we need this set for. I would pick this one up, I think, just because I'm a big fan of the writing of the show. Got all the other Phineas and Ferb friends there, brick-built Perry the Platypus, Candace, Doofenshmirtz, and some Innator. I don't think the house is the most iconic thing from the show. We see, a couple rooms in there, obviously, throughout the show, but I feel like most of the craziness happens in the backyard. I don't know, I feel like they might give this a pass. This could get made, finally. I know Doofenshmirtz Evil Incorporated was in one of the previous rounds recently, and that did not get approved, or maybe that's still in review. I can't quite remember. And I know they also had that Lego game that was going to be an official Phineas and Ferb branded set, but that got canceled. So this could be our first time getting it if that Doofenshmirtz set is not in review and doesn't get approved. If it is, it'd be really cool. I think I would pick that one up. And then moving down, we've got JWST by Tony's My Uncle. I think this is the James Webb Space Telescope, I think. I do like the building techniques here, really, really intricate, especially in that kind of middle center where it sinks in, and these gold-plated reflectors. I'm not a huge Lego space guy like some of you, so I wouldn't pick this up, but I can see them doing this because, like I said, it has been a while since they've done a space set or something like that. Number 15, we've got Harry Styles, Love on Tour, 2023 by Sunflower Volume 33. Pretty interesting, pretty basic stage build, not too eye-catching, but obviously Harry Styles has his own fan base, and I don't know. Again, if they passed on the Taylor Swift one, I think there's just a lot that goes into licensing these music videos, these tours, these artists. So I don't see them doing this, but then again, they did the BTS recently, so there's always a chance. But I wouldn't be picking that one up. And then number 16, we've got Lego Microscope by Brick Science 16467. I think, is that fellow YouTuber? Yes, it is. Okay, so go check him out on YouTube. His videos are way higher quality than mine, and he does some really crazy stuff over there. And if this is functioning, I can see them for sure doing this. If not, I think they would design it to function somewhat, so at least magnifies the slides. And I can see them, obviously adding multiple slides that you can fit under there. I don't know, it doesn't look like it is functioning in this design, but again, I think Lego would make a function like that. They can do some pretty crazy stuff that I think they can make it work. And I do like just the general build of it. Again, kind of educational. I think kids would be into this, adults would be into it just as a display piece. I don't know, I think this one has a pretty good chance, actually, out of the ones I've seen so far. And we'll move on to 17, Sequoia Tree Trail by Peace on Earth. I like the little pun there, peace. Pretty cool. I'm in Utah, and so you know, the forest is kind of just my backyard, always has been growing up. And I still need to pick up that A-frame cabin, speaking of which. But I don't know, I think maybe I'd pick this one up. I still haven't visited the sequoias, but obviously incredible trees. Yeah, I don't know. This one's pretty simple. It's mainly the tree there that's the main build. You got a little shack back here and some little trees kind of going along the trail. Like I said, done a lot of hiking and stuff with my dad and family. So I don't know, I might pick this one up. You know, I relate enough to it. But pretty cool stuff there. Moving on to Tesla Center by Airbricks95. Really cool. I do love I think Lego just works well for that Tesla logo. Of course, the T there. Yeah, I don't know. A lot of cool car designs. And obviously the electric charging stations. But I just know a lot of, you know, the Elon Musk, kind of controversial. I don't think Lego's going to go for this one personally. But they might surprise me. Number 19, we've got Working Canal Lock by Baron von Baron. And this is interesting. Okay, so I think it's just, yeah, like it says, just a working canal. So the water would probably rise in that middle section there, be able to move on. And I'm sure those gates would kind of lift on the sides there. Pretty cool. I don't know that they would make this official. I wouldn't be picking it up, but I mean, it is iconic design. That's just, you know, obviously such a big part of human history, just that technology. So I don't know, I can maybe see them approving this one. Then moving on to number 20, The Christmas Theater by Tom79 Akaya. Not sure if that's right at all, but there you go. Okay, kind of cool. I'm a big Christmas guy. It's easily my favorite time of year. I love the tree design here, super snowy. Yeah, really, really cool. Candy canes, obviously. You got like a little stall here selling who knows what. Got a little Christmas choir with that starry backdrop. And then it looks like maybe the Nutcracker going on in there. So pretty cool. I might pick this one up depending on the price and maybe some redesigns if it was a little smaller. But again, I'm big on Christmas, so I would think about picking that one up. But I don't think it has a huge chance just because they do, again, with that creator line, a lot of Lego Christmas stuff around that time of year. So that is a maybe. And then number 21, we've got Wreck-It Ralph 10th Anniversary by Vico. Pretty cool, just that building from the game, obviously. I really like that Ralph build, actually. That was pretty smart part usage there. Of course, Vanellope, whatever her name is, with the cookie car. That actually translates really well into Lego. And you've got all those characters, obviously. Felix and his dynamite gal. I don't remember her name. And then that bug design from her game, pretty cool as well. I can maybe see them making this. They do have a pretty good relationship with Disney. And I feel like Wreck-It Ralph is a big enough movie, especially back when it came out. I don't know. I think there's a chance. Again, kind of cool architecture. Lends itself well to Lego. So there's a decent chance they'll make this one. Again, it's just that getting the licensing rights. Number 22, we've got Stray Kids, Ordinary Maniac by Madam Terrific House 100 and Brick Cucumber. I have no idea what Stray Kids are, assuming it's a music group. I am so out of the loop, especially with my generation. I'm only 23, but I listen to a lot of 80s, 70s. That's pretty much all I listen to, so I'm just so out of it with this type of stuff. Never heard of these or this song, album, whatever it is. And this just goes back to what I was saying with all the previous musical ones with Harry Styles and Billie Eilish. I don't know. BTS didn't sell as well as they were hoping, I don't think. At first it did, I think, with their fan base, but it's kind of died down as that set's gone on sale pretty steeply, a lot cheaper than it was. So I don't know. I don't think some of these kind of newer groups or bands have great chances of making it anymore. Maybe if you went back more iconic like Elvis or the Beatles, they might start doing stuff like that. And once these groups and artists become more iconic, they might make these things down the line. But for now, I just, having never heard of these, I just don't think they're going to make that. If they did, wouldn't be picking it up because I have no idea who they are. And then number 23, we got Rainforest Frogs by Mario Vela. Really, really cool. I love the leaf designs there. It just looks just like a rainforest plant. And then these frogs here. Obviously the super bright colors. I love the kind of the sticky finger pads they've given them. Really cool. I think Lego always lends itself well to kind of little animal builds like this. I can see Lego doing this. They've done stuff similar in previous years. I don't know that I'd pick it up. Again, it would depend on the price for me, and how the redesign looks if Lego officially decides to approve it and design it themselves. Moving on to number 24, Steve Irwin and Majestic Crocodile by King of Crocs. I don't know, this is a really cool crocodile design. I love kind of the texturing in the middle there as it transitions to that tan underneath. Obviously, all those teeth in there, the eyes are cool, kind of similar to that Creator Shark a couple years back on those kind of gold barb pieces recolored there. Really work well for the scales. I can see them doing this, actually. I know Steve Irwin's legacy is obviously, still going on. Everyone knows the name, and he was such a big part of, educating people on all these crazy cool animals. And I was a huge animal geek growing up as a kid, so I watched plenty of Steve Irwin growing up. I probably would pick this one up personally, and I think there's a decent chance Lego approves it. So moving on to Camelot, The Knights of the Round Table by Lincoln Six Bricks, number 25 on the list. I'm not a huge fantasy guy. I do like Lord of the Rings. Watched those recently for the first time. I ended up picking up that Rivendell set because of it. Other than that, not huge into fantasy. I don't own a lot of the kind of Lego Dragon Castle sets, and I probably wouldn't pick this one up, but again, Lego likes to do stuff like this sometimes, so I can kind of see them doing it. And obviously Camelot, Knights of the Round Table, it's pretty iconic in medieval fantasy lore. And I do like that roof texturing there. I think we've seen that before in previous sets, or maybe that's just some mocks I've seen online. But anyways, decent chance with that one. Number 26, we got Classic Tractor by Pez, 3 Z's. A lot of Technic going on in here. Kind of I don't know, it's a cool build, but it's kind of plain, to be honest. I wouldn't personally pick it up, and I think Lego would probably add some stuff to kind of give it a little extra something. I don't know, as it is, I don't think it has a great chance. There's not a huge audience for it. I mean, obviously it got support, but I just don't think enough people would be picking that one up to justify Lego approving it. Number 27, we got Forest Base by Eon Ha. Again, with the fantasy, really cool. Obviously the cobblestone design, that's kind of like built into a tree, which is really cool idea. But, with the fantasy, they might do it. They do stuff like this, but I wouldn't be picking it up personally. And number 28, The Vintage Service Station by Mock-Turnal and Bezbuzz Design. Pretty cool, actually. I do like this one a lot. The kind of coloring, just in the middle of nowhere kind of vibe. The tow truck there, all the old-timey service station uniforms, Coke machine back there, the tires. Yeah, I don't know. I'd think about picking this one up if they decide to approve it, just depending on price again. And I think there's a decent chance they would do this one, actually. It's unique enough, and I do like the look of it. And then we'll move on to number 29, it's Sea Turtle by Lego Truman. I think that's the third one by Lego Truman in this review stage. That's crazy. That is the goal for me, I guess. So one day, be able to get 3 in one. Really, really cool design here. You can see why Lego Truman has 3 in this review stage. Just obviously really, really good designer. I love all the texturing in there, especially on that shell. Looks a lot like the real thing, honestly. I can see Lego doing this one as well. And I might pick it up depending on the price again, but we'll move on to number 30, No Man's Sky by Radiant Pillar BC1. Oh, I'm sorry, Radiant Pillar BC1 by NASA 105. I'm assuming this is based on an IP, a game, or show, something I'm just not familiar with, unfortunately. I mean, this looks like an official Lego set already. Really, really clean design. Photography, artwork, whatever they did here, just looks official already. I do like that little plant build, whatever those little red bulbs are. It's kind of cool. And this little drone here, pretty cool minifigure as well. And the ship design, pretty unique. I do like the coloring on there. I wouldn't pick it up, even though I do like the look of it, just because I'm not familiar with what No Man's Sky is. And maybe it is an original idea. And if so, more power to NASA 105, but I'm not sure Lego would make it if it's not based on an IP. And if it is, then, of course, you know, it depends on how big the fan base is and whether they can get the rights to make that set. Number 31, Pirate Treasure Chest by Sparkos. This one's pretty cool. I like this a lot, actually. Kind of the treasure map underneath here, kind of a 3D type of map. Of course, that obligatory skull rock that is on every pirate map. And then that, obviously, the ship there. I do like all that kind of landscaping in there. Pretty cool. And it's pretty smart. I do love how they did the top of the treasure chest there with the chains. Kind of ties it all together. I wouldn't be picking this one up personally. Just, again, not huge into fantasy or pirates for that matter. But I know, obviously, Lego has a pirates fan base, so I can kind of see them doing this one. I don't think we've seen a whole lot of pirate stuff from Lego Ideas before, so it'll be interesting to see if they end up approving that. Number 32, Queen Elizabeth II by Lego Lux 1973. I really don't know with this one. They might approve this. Again, it just depends on if they can get the rights to her likeness or whatever. And I mean, it, you know, sounds horrible, but capitalizing on her loss, but also her legacy. I don't know. I can see them maybe doing this if they can get those rights. I do like kind of the office Victorian architecture with the pillars there and all those designs behind her. Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't pick it up personally, but I can see them approving it. And then we've got one little past there, number 33, Mechanical Flip Calendar by Cereals, Bricks, and Pets. This one's kind of cool. I do like, obviously it functions. You got the slider up there to show what day it is, and then these gears on the side where I'm sure allow you to flip the day, month. Yeah, I don't know. I can see Lego doing this as well. Kind of cool display piece, but also functional. I probably wouldn't pick it up. I just, again, depends on how their redesign would look and the price. Pretty cool. I think there's a chance that one gets approved. 34, we've got the Italian Riviera by Galaxy 333. Pretty cool. This looks pretty, I don't know, looks pretty natural. Looks like something you would see in the Italian Riviera. Like that sort of terracotta roofing technique they've done there, and the beach starting there. A lot of those villages, that really is just how it is. It's just old architecture, and then suddenly you're just on the beach. So I do like that. Looks pretty accurate. The gelato sign there, obviously. Get some cool little figures out of this one. A lot of cool architecture. That's the main thing. Love that vine growing up the side there. I can maybe see them doing this. I think there's enough of a fan base in Italy, or people who have taken vacations there that just have good memories, that maybe they might do this. But let's scroll down to the next one. We got Subnautica the Aurora by OG Brick Studio. Really cool ship build and kind of a cool character design. I know of Subnautica, haven't played the games. Again, I'm not huge into gaming, but I think my roommate played them. At least the first one I know he did, and he was a fan of that. And it certainly got a fan base, so I can maybe see Lego doing this one. Moving on, Pink Palace Apartment from Coraline again, by Lord Clementos 66749. I don't know. This one's even more simplified, I think. It does have more pink in it, just from the looks of it. Maybe it's just this angle of the house. I don't know. Not a huge fan of the design, anyways. And again, just haven't seen the movie, so I would not pick this up myself, but I know some of you would, so there's definitely a chance Lego would make that one. Just depends if they do decide to make one of them. It just depends on which one they would move forward with. I don't know how they'd go about making that decision, but we shall see. Number 37, Galley of Warriors by Eon Ha. This one's really, really cool, actually. I love this ship design here. Really cool, kind of curvature throughout there. Looks pretty accurate, just based on warships that we have record of. Yeah, I don't know. I really dig this design. I don't know if I'd pick it up personally. Again, just depends on the price point. If it was, $20 for sure, I'd buy it. But we all know Lego, it's not a chance. This would probably be, I don't know, more in the 150, 200 range probably. I don't think I would pick it up after all, but I know a lot of people would. Again, just a really, really nice design. I think Lego would do a good job with their redesign, obviously. But yeah, I think there's a chance for that one, honestly. A lot of Viking stuff lately. Some through Lego Ideas, some just from Lego themselves. So I don't know, I think there's definitely a decent chance. Number 38, The Simpsons, The Krusty Burger by Fast Brick Studios. I don't know, similar thing with Phineas and Ferb. I did not grow up watching The Simpsons. I was not allowed to as a kid because it did have, a couple swears, and we were a good Christian household. Obviously, I have kind of moved away from that just as I've grown up. So I've caught some episodes of The Simpsons. We've kind of watched a few as a family since then, now that we're kind of all, age appropriate or whatever. Obviously, brilliant writing, good comedy. I'm kind of an aspiring comedy writer myself, so I'm watching more of that just to kind of study joke structure and stuff like that. Such a brilliant show. Just didn't grow up watching a ton of it, but pretty, not the most iconic location from The Simpsons, but, it's definitely in there quite a bit. And of course, they did release the Simpsons house a while back. Really cool set. I might try to find that somewhere now that I've been watching more of the show, become more of a fan. I don't know. I wouldn't personally pick this one up, just, I don't know. At least the episodes I've seen, I haven't seen enough of the Krusty Burger for it to mean much to me, but people who are more in the world of The Simpsons probably know exactly what this is, and a lot of good episodes here. And of course they did those minifigure series with The Simpsons as well. I picked up a few of those on my own, but anyways, I think I don't know if there's a huge chance they'll do this, honestly. They've definitely done some Simpsons stuff in the past, but again, I don't know if the need for that is kind of worn down, or maybe not. Maybe Lego will approve this one, but we'll have to see. Number 39, Working Log Flume 2, redesigned and motorized by Baron von Baron. Again, I think he showed up there a little earlier in this review. That was pretty cool design. Obviously this is redesigned and motorized, so it'll return them with some motor function. There you have that motor, I think. But yeah, pretty cool. You got the little ticket booth there. Pretty simple. But I know there's a lot of those, amusement park attraction rides type of things that Lego does, obviously. All those roller coasters recently, and I know those always do well. So I can definitely see them doing this if they don't already have plans for something similar on their own. I think there would be an audience for this one though, and yeah, I can see this one getting approved. And moving on to 40, the IKEA Store Modular by Brickster, 0404. Yeah, pretty simple little IKEA build. Again, it is a modular, so I don't know about that, but it's also IKEA, and we know LEGO've kind of worked with them before on the furniture storage, whatever they've done recently with them. But they obviously have a good partnership, and I don't know, yeah. Again, the modular thing kind of throws me off, but the IKEA partnership makes this one a strong maybe for me. I can see it going either way. Number 41, the A-Team Double Heat by Nocturnal. Like that name, another Lego pun. Pretty cool, really, I mean, just accurate designs to the vehicles in the show, obviously. Their van, just pretty iconic. I don't know, I didn't watch a ton of this. I watched, a few episodes here and there at my grandparents', and I did, had a good time with it. It's just classic, cheesy fun from that time period. But I just don't know if enough people, obviously the adult Lego fan base has kind of grown in recent years. So there might be enough of a fan base that would be purchasing this if Lego approved it. I'm sure they'll do like some market research before they do so, but we obviously got this Mr. T, or I think his character is Baracus, B.A. Baracus in the show. We got him in a LEGO Dimensions pack a while back, so we do know that they've worked with that license before. Yeah, again, just depending on what they find from their research, if there's a strong enough fan base, I can see this one being made, actually. I probably wouldn't pick it up myself just because I haven't seen enough of the show, but I do like the designs there. I think there would be some audience for it at least. And then to finish us off, 42, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, Here We Go Again, by 2PPL people. So I guess, I don't remember seeing this in previous review phases, but I would assume this is re-uploaded since it is Here We Go Again. But you've got all the characters there. I really like those hair pieces in green for the Oompa Loompas. That makes a lot of sense to me. And then you've got, obviously, Willy Wonka. It looks like the Gene Wilder version, which, obviously the most iconic version. Not all the kids, of course. I don't know. I can see Lego doing this, but if they didn't approve it before, there's always a chance they won't. But again, we've had, some re-uploads of ideas, and some of them have made it through, especially with like The Office. Like 3 or 4 tries before that got approved, but this one might make it this time around. A lot of colorful designs in there. Obviously, the Chocolate River. A lot of just fun part usages, of course, with all these candies, just kind of scattered throughout. That candy cane tree there, really cool design. Yeah, I don't know. I can maybe see them doing this time around, especially with that new Wonka movie with Timothée Chalamet that's out. I think people would pick this one up. I wouldn't personally. I've watched all the movies once or twice, but didn't grow up on any of them, unfortunately. So, but there's definitely an audience. So there is that, and there you have it. The second 2023 LEGO review results. Oh, sorry, that was actually moving on to the next blog post. But the third 2023 review phase, all the ideas that qualified for it. So I'll scroll back up here. Yeah, a couple that I would personally pick up. A couple I'm kind of on the fence about if LEGO was to improve of them. That Twin Towers again, really interesting to see what they'll do with that. But yeah, that is it. Alright, and there you have it. I'm not as excited by this review round as I have been with previous ones, but there are a few I think LEGO might actually make, and probably 1 or 2 I might pick up personally if they end up making those. But I'd love to hear your thoughts, so leave a comment below if you have any favorites, or any you think LEGO will approve or not approve. And speaking of LEGO ideas, I've got a couple projects of my own that I'll be posting on there coming up, as well as making videos on those projects, so please stay tuned for that, as well as follow me over on the LEGO Ideas website. I'll leave a link to my account in the description of this video. But that'll do it for today's video, and I will see you in the next one. Take care. But wait, if you're also a nerd and you want to see more, leave a like, comment, subscribe, turn on notifications, follow me on my socials, Instagram and TikTok @BuildingUpBricks, and as always, keep building up.